What are some very comforting facts? Jupiter's gravitational mass is so immense modern science believe it's been protecting us from meteors for millions of years. It's highly likely your pet dreams of you in their sleep, smiley face. All of the cardigans Mr. Rogers wore on camera were knit by his mother. Goldfish can recognize their owners. Damn, he been watching you this whole time, and you didn't even know. Bees take naps in flowers. So yeah, it's okay to need a nap. Even busy bees do. Scientists have discovered that rats love playing hide and seek and squeal with joy when finding/being found. In dog/wolf movies where they use real-life dog actors, the people who have to. There's a volunteer organization called No One Dies Alone. You're at Sacred Hearts Medical Center, you're terminal, you need a companion. From someone to talk to, or just someone to hold our hand. They'll make sure someone will be there for you. Other hospitals have this too. Cows have best friends. Dogs make cute little sneezing sounds to tell you they are playing and not fighting. Van Gogh didn't start painting until his late 20s. J.K. Rowling didn't publish Harry Potter until her late 30s. Samuel L. Jackson didn't get his first big role until his 40s. It's never too late to be who you might have been. Some fish like to be pet. If you make it to the airport without dying, you've already passed the deadliest part of plane travel. No one remembers all the stupid shit you did as a teenager. Otters hold each other's hands when they sleep so their mate won't drift away. Stan Lee started creating the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Iron Man, etc. at around 40, so even if you think that you can't get anything out of life, you still can push yourself creatively and leave a lasting impact on the world at an older age. Smiling is actually contagious. 2020 is halfway over. Reddit isn't the worst thing you could be doing. Whenever I've experienced heartbreak or something scary or intimidating, I remind myself I'm not the first person ever to have gone through, and for some reason I always find it comforting. I'm not the first person to be scared or sad, and thousands of others have gotten through what I'm going through, and if they can get through it, why can't I? I'm stating this as something I find comforting when I'm needing to cope. Doesn't mean it will work for everyone. And I don't view it as, others have gone through this so my feelings are not valid. It's more of thousands of other people have felt this way before, and if they can figure out how to cope with it or navigate and heal from it, then why can't I? This is just one of the many tools I have in my coping toolbox that I use. It's me telling myself if other people can figure out how to get through this situation experience, then I can too. I just drawing inspiration from others. And thank you for the awards. It's very kind of you all. Swedish blood donors receive a text whenever their blood is used to help someone. Pillow fighting is a real, recognized sport in Canada. It was founded in Toronto in 2004 by the Pillow Fighting League. Your body is home to its own unique ecosystem, the human gut. Sounds gross, but billions of little creatures living inside you are helping you digest things, dispose of waste, and survive natural toxins in the food you consume. If you ever feel like you're useless, or that your existence means nothing, that's not true. You literally mean the world to your gut flora. My boyfriend has a panic and anxiety disorder. Whenever he gets a panic attack, one of our cats will sit on him and purr loudly. It always comforts him and calms him down. We always joke that she is our little support animal. She is very attuned to our emotions and feelings. When my grandmother passed away, and I was very sad, she would not leave me alone. She would just sit next to me in silence or occasionally let out a small mew to inform me she was still there. So, as conclusion, even if you are having a shit day, your pet still loves you. After nearly 2 years, the DRC finally declared the end of its Ebola outbreak. Existing is hard, but most things around you are also alive and going through their own cycles, so in a way, you're on this together. An eiderdown comforter by Maddox sells for over $16,000. Eiderdown is harvested by collecting it from the eider's nest, making it the only down product that doesn't result in harm to the bird. Crows and ravens love to play in snow. One of their favorite activities is rolling hills. Liechtenstein once deployed 80 men for protecting the border against Austria. Despite their worries, they saw exactly zero combat. When they called it a day, they returned home with 81 men. Because an Italian bloke bumped into them and wanted to come live in Liechtenstein. They literally made a friend on the way. Given all the atoms in the universe are recycled in various ways, having formed in the first stars, our entire body has already experienced billions of years of each atom's own personal history. Even more comforting, It's plausible those atoms will eventually become part of someone else in the future, and will continue to exist in various forms, transforming continuously until the end of time itself. So in a way, we're connected to something absolutely eternal, and our ultimate fate is to be spread across the stars. Hell, depending how deep you want to get, there's also a tiny chance that your pattern of DNA will form entirely by chance again, creating someone that is biologically you but with a whole new memory, experiences, and history. Basically, everyone and everything is connected. The best part? None of this is based on religion or wishful thinking. It's actual established and current scientific fact. No one is judging you. They are too busy worrying if they themselves are being judged. Toads can eat bread and toast. Holy S. 5K. Thank you, you very kind strangers. In Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig because they are very social animals. It's considered animal abuse to only have one. My heart. Think of all the worst days of your life. You've made it through every single one of them, and are still going strong. There's always another day on the other side. If you're ever feeling lonely, remember there are billions of cells in your body, and all they care about is you. During the Second World War, a Muslim man owned a mosque in Paris. After France got captured by the Germans, the French Jews were being killed. The Muslim man offered every Jew he could find shelter in his mosque, and handed out fake Muslim certificates, so they wouldn't be questioned. He saved over 400 lives. No one's your enemy, except for the ones you make yourself believe are. Admitting you're wrong is not show weakness. It's the necessary step to become better. If you've lost someone, and you feel like that are completely gone from your life, think about the impact they have had on you, on your loved ones, on others, and think of how that impact continues to live on throughout all of life. That impact won't die with them either. The chain of life goes on. Everybody has shit themselves at least once. You will always have a second chance as long as you still want to get better. My country is pushing for a series of laws that would make ecocide, the destruction of the ecosystem, a punishable crime. Spiders can't fly. Let's all take a moment and appreciate this fact. You are not as bad or as troubled as you paint yourself to be in your head. When I sit on the couch, my dog likes to cuddle between my body and the cushion and sleep with his head resting on my shoulder. It is estimated every 10 years, the cells in your body will have been replaced with new ones. Therefore, you get a new body every 10 years, making it so you do get a fresh start. When the gas gauge first reads empty, you usually have 50 to 60 miles of fuel left. If only 1% of the world population like you, that would still mean 70 million people likes you. We are made of star matter. That has always comforted me. This too shall pass. A group of pugs is called a grumble. Scientists, earlier this year, made a massive breakthrough in curing blindness, like verging a cure. It was masked by the virus headlines though. Malala Yousafzai, the girl who was shot in the head by the Taliban for insisting on going to school, recently completed her final exams in the University of Oxford. All those embarrassing/cringy memories that come flooding into your mind when you least expect it? Nobody else remembers them. Every last one of us has them. It's part of this complicated process called living. While you're busy remembering yours, everyone else is remembering their own. It's in the past. Nothing you can do right now can make it any better. Chalk it up as a lesson and reap the XP. It's in our innate nature to love and be connected. Food can be really yummy. Nothing is permanent. So even if you have no hope, everything sucks, or you've fucked up, nothing is permanent. When you sleep, your mind goes into peaceful rest for you to chill after a hard day's work. Every little thing, gonna be alright. America had a black president longer than the Confederacy existed. Cats are slightly heal themselves when purring. Stepping on cold sand at the beach. Don't feel bad next time you mess something up. Every single living thing is an accident. Evolution was just a series of some cell messing up. It's literally nature to make mistakes. I'm not watching you right now. Everyone has that fear of not fitting in, which consequently makes everyone the same. Since animals have evolved next to human for thousands of years, they have learned to show their feeling towards us. Dogs will wag their tag, lick you, step on your feet, press their body against your legs, lay on you, etc., all in effort to show affection and be as close as physically possible to you. Cats make eye contact and slowly blink at you to say I am comfortable, I am pleased. They headbutt you as their form of a hug. They groom you as they would a kitten to care for you. They rub their scent on you to say this is my human, all mine, and it reassures them of your bond. Cows will also groom you and enjoy being pet as it is relaxing and they truly trust you. Also, elephants get excited and happy looking at humans because we are to them as dogs are to us. They think we're cute and want to play and pet us. You can tell whether a newborn baby is sick or not by looking at the color of the mother's breast milk. When a newborn baby is sick or has an infection of some kind, the mother's breast milk composition is altered so that it produces enough immune cells to fight off the infection. This occurs when cells are transmitted from the baby's saliva during breastfeeding. Despite the fact that the universe is roughly 13.8 billion years old, you managed to exist around the same time as Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers. Even the hottest people have smelly farts. Many have even shard. I'm 19 weeks pregnant today, so my miscarriage rate has dropped to 0.1%. After undergoing 6 rounds of infertility treatments and 2 miscarriages, this stat is very comforting to me. Cats will slow blink at you to give you kisses. The desert rain frog is a thing. When you were born, you were once the youngest person in the world, smiley face. Nearly everybody commenting here would enjoy Sagan's billions and billions. I heard a cat meowing outside today, so I went out to say hi, and it just came right up and flopped down on the sidewalk in front of me. Scritches were given. Whatever has happened to you in your life, you've made it this far, so well done. You are living a second on Earth that nobody has ever lived before. So every moment of your life, you are making history, smiley face. Even if I lose everyone and everything, I will always have myself. People don't look at or care about you at the gym. There is another person in the world whose heartbeat is synced with yours. Helps me sleep at night. There is no inherent purpose in life. That seems awful, but think about it for a minute. Any goal, any purpose, any achievement, any victory, any lesson, they are all yours. They are entirely yours. No one is handing you a half-completed work of art and telling you to finish it. When you face the end, you know that your fate and your victories belong to you and no one else. You're free. Almost everything on the internet stays. Meaning hundreds of years in the future, we can look back on tweets from old celebrities and world leaders. Just imagine if we had social media 500 years ago, we could just look back history happening. No matter how bad things are, someone is going to come along on askreddit and ask the opposite question to a hugely popular question within a day or so. The vast majority of people are actually decent. Also, we don't need to find meaning, we literally create it ourselves. Everything that matters matters to someone. Everything that is beautiful in the eyes of someone. The universe does care. We're the part doing the caring. No matter how anxious you feel you are, no matter how ridden by fear you feel you are, every single one of us is the genetic survivor of hundreds of thousands of years of survivors. Each one of us came from a line of people who made the next correct intuitive move, survived incredibly difficult things, and were able to pass their genes on. So almost to the biological level, you can relax into a trust that when the moment comes where you will be faced with the biggest challenge, you will be able to draw on a deep reservoir of shared human consciousness that will say, now it's time to make the next move, and we can do this. Elizabeth Gilbert. I hope these are comforting to others, but they certainly are to me. I never met my paternal grandfather, Gil. He died before I was born. When I got married, my father gave me Grandpa Gil's wedding band, because I didn't have one. Grandpa Gil's ring fit me perfectly, with no alteration. I've recently developed an interest in woodworking, particularly with hand tools. For my birthday this year, my parents gave me some tools that belonged to my grandpa. When I picked them up, I felt such a strong connection to a man I've never met, and the thought that his wedding band was reunited with objects it had touched over 40 years ago brought tears to my eyes. I say all that to say this. You are connected to the people who came before you in ways that may never occur to you. You are another in a long line of unique, fascinating, and human lives, stretching back to the beginning of time. How cool is that? The world is more literate, healthier, and well-fed than at any time in human history. The percentage of people starving to death has been on a downward trajectory for years. You are less likely to be assaulted or robbed than your parents. Lots of people suffer from loneliness. So when you feel lonely, you are not alone. You are a child of the universe. No less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Max Ehrmann, Desiderata. Every cell in our body contains molecules that were something else in the past. Maybe they were in your parents' cells, maybe in the food you ate, in the cultivated land, and so on. And you can do the same reasoning also in terms of time. Maybe your cells contains molecules form an ancient Roman spear of a simple soldier. I find this amazing. Statistically speaking, the world has never been better. The extreme poverty is collapsing everywhere, war is at an all-time low, racism is fading away in most countries. And if you feel like the world is fucked up, it's a good news. It means all of this is not nearly enough, and people are trying to make it even better.